Hello, everyone. So, I'm thinking a lot about Israel, about the ICG being dismantled by the United States. Can I just ask you a question? Like, imagine I'm one of your leader who says that I'm protecting Americans, right? Um, and all of a sudden, I'm going to Mexico and I'm going to go kill everyone. Like everyone. The kids, the family, mostly the babies, the new generations. Like I kill all of them because, we need to protect Americans. Like just imagine or Mexico comes and do that to us. Like all of a sudden, hey, we're gonna go after your kids. We're gonna go after anyone who's just walking in the street. Like that's crazy. That's happening in the world. Like in the world, it's happening. You have America who's accomplishing amazing things, even though like finding a job for like one woman so difficult. Um, but sometimes you have to take the time to find your place. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. There is Narges Mohammadi who is still in jail in Iran. We don't have really news about where she's at. Is she still at the hospital? And this everybody defending Israel. Like Netanyahu is a very intelligent man. He's a very good communicator, very good manipulator. He knows exactly what to say. But the actions, guys, they're going there, they're killing kids. And I know they've been fighting against these belligerent extremists for decades. They're sick of it. But this has gone to a point. Like, how can we tolerate that and even shake his hand? Like, all the countries in the world, Spain, France, England, NATO, everyone, Russia, China, everyone says that Israel needs to stop the genocide in Palestine. Just because the United States, President Trump is really good friend and they have, of course, business interests and stuff with Israel. Yeah, the actions there are too much. People gotta chill down. Remember to be gentle and caring for each others in the community. Yes, but this is why our community is so precious, because there is this protection, this genuine care, between the people, the links, like the loyalty, really, that I've been preaching for, the return of loyalty, between people, coordination for peace, and the pursuit of happiness and love, having your career aspiration and having people in your life that have the same ideas, the same values, the same excitement, so you can grow together. And sometimes you grow in parallel, sometimes you grow apart, and finally sometimes you join together and you do, this amazing mission that we have on earth with fun people, and it's fun and it's cool, and we have this butterfly effect all around the world that ripples. So that's why I'm working today. That's why I'm not giving up on this collaboration, these paintings, these portraits of amazing people that I meet, or these windows to each other that we have to just like learn, expand, grow, live. So please stop this genocide in Israel. And yes, I'm more and more a defender of Russia, because now I know that the war in Ukraine has actually benefited Europe and NATO. They've been doing frozen loans they've been doing frozen Russian assets to give loans out to Ukraine and selling them weapons with those loans that they pay back with interest. So it's double business, you know. So all the propaganda about they're gonna start the war 3 and stuff, they're just playing with their little weapons that they have, and showing also their stance, you know, that they want their country, everyone of their country that block their cultures, to be recognized. um and Putin, he's been the black sheep for 8 decades, you know. It's their culture, their character, they're like this, they're belligerent, they're proud, really proud. um so it's not the same. Like Russia and Israel is not the same. Yes, Putin invaded Ukraine, but it's a military war, okay, between the militaries, which actually, yes, there have been civilian casualties, but Ukraine is actually the government who is going and abducting his own citizens to go and fight against Russia. You see videos all over the internet online where you have people being abducted, screaming they don't want to go to fight for Ukraine. Just give the piece of land back to that country. That's what Russia wants. Israel is different. It's because they don't want to be like, they want to recuperate the country, but they want to kill everybody. While Russia, they're not trying to kill the Ukrainians. They're trying to bring them back and learn their language. They've been fighting for their language, their culture to be promoted, respected. So yes, you have to consider the economic facts with those conflicts, the future projects that they want to rebuild Israel. After that, they're just clearing out the debris and like the troublemakers, basically. And there's also some karmic stories being played. Uh, but that's why I just wanted to explain why, honestly, everybody's against Vladimir Putin, and they're all like working with Israel, while for me it's the complete opposite vision of things. Vladimir Putin, he's a leader, he's holding the whole BRICS bloc together: China, India, Iran. Like I said in one of my conferences before, you know, the day you need something from Iran after you destroy their country, it's going to be nice to have Russia negotiate and for you as allies. So we are reshaping those institutions. The ICG, I think, should stay. Like, it's super important that some countries are too corrupt to be able to, or too weak maybe, to arrest their own criminals. They need the help of the international community to go and arrest them, keep them accountable for their crimes, and inform about the law, about how to behave as humans. But they have been inefficient to capture Netanyahu. So are they sanctioning the ICG because they're trying to protect Netanyahu and they're attacking him, or because they just have been useless in actually capturing him while they have an international arrest warrant against him? Why don't they send NATO? Why don't they send, like, the United States? It's not the United States' role to go and arrest Israel. They've been long-time partners. Like, that's NATO, all the countries that are directly around it, that should interfere and stop Netanyahu. Like, why are we relying on everything on the United States? Seriously, when they're the only countries who are going out and to help their neighbors to solve, like, what, when you need violence, sometimes from like a powerful government. So yes, yes, I don't understand why people cannot think like that. In Ukraine was the human trafficking pole of Europe. Prostitution, human trafficking, child trafficking, underground tunnels, um, resources. Well, they have their own resources and stuff, but Russia, when they helped solved a lot of that, and this has been verified also by Operation Underground Railroad. So all this ties together as just a whole mindset shift that we have to see. Like, is the world actually going good right now, in the good direction, and we continue going like that? Or is there need to be a complete reprogramming and reshape of everything, the way we think, the way we work, the way we see the law, the way we're limited, the way we are able to take actions, the resources that are unleashed from those programs. If you're cutting out jobs in DEI, in the ICG at the United Nations, the United States has not paid their annual bill to the United Nations. I think it's like, I'm not sure exactly. I would say roughly 3 billions, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what's the participations from the United States at the UN, but they cut off the WHO, the World Health Organization. So yeah, they've been slashing down a lot of jobs. I don't know how President Trump can say that the jobs have been on the rise, but all the people they've been firing, like they nominate a guy to be the new DNI, Director of National Intelligence of the United States, and the first thing he's doing, he's got to cut down job and fire people. I was like, where are the opportunities? Seriously. Crazy, y'all. Gotta chill. Give the money, bro. Give the jobs. Let us in. What the hell? We're working for a year every day. And yes, so I want to talk a little bit about like my tattoos. Let's see my tattoos. My very first tattoo that I got was the spiral. I don't know if you can see or not. The spiral is the symbol of the Pachamama. I did this, my very first tattoo, on the 11/11/11. My last day in Peru, after 513 days in Peru. Exactly, that was crazy. Like, my date of birth is May 13, and when I went to Peru, I stayed exactly, because I wanted my last day in Peru to be the 11/11/11, because this is where I started with the 11/11, seeing it everywhere, feeling all the energy of like the destiny timeline path opening, all this stuff. The 11/11/11, I had been in Peru for 513 days, 513, which is my birth date. Crazy. So that was my first tattoo, except for one on the back that I got covered later. Then, like, the lamp after Egypt, I did this lamp. This was kind of like the magic of like the mentoring, the guidance, like how to work for your, wish a lot, but work for it, man. That's tough. The FBI crown. This is a piece of the logo of the FBI that I cut, and I made a crown out of it. Like here, the KK spaceship equation. This is when I found the electromagnetic equation in 2022, and I made this giant painting. So I've got this like a little spaceship flying. Also, when I got that tattoo, they were like a lot into drones. They were putting drones everywhere in Ukraine and Russia. So this is all the story of like the journey of the network, the stuff we've accomplished together. This is Russian, of course, because I'm the only person who has been a spokesperson for Russia in the United States, in Europe, in internet, in the platform, to show another side that people have rejected communism, like the plague. We can't even discuss it. It's communism. We can't even discuss it. They all, geez. The American economic system, capitalism, is not that great either. Like, bro, everybody's broke, okay? So I don't know if that's the best model. Yes, you have AC, you have the best comfort in your homes and stuff. There's also a lot of ghettos in the United States and huge bills. Like, if you're single in the US, you're screwed. Like, you have to be married with the perfect little family pattern and the job and everything. Then you're good. Then you're loving life. You're bliss, But single mom, single mom, like with a big drama life. Uh, that's crazy. So, anyways, all this politics. Tell me what you think. And I really want to be with you guys. I really want to go work with the journalists, have these conversations every day. Just make these angry topics look chill like you guys do. You're presenting it such a nonchalant way, like it's so natural. Uh, amazing this Newsmax team. What a great adventure following your interviews, your presentations. Every day I'm staying up at night till 3 in the morning, at least. Sometimes I watch Rob Schmidt while I don't want to fall asleep for Rob Finnerty, so I'm just trying to put on and wait so I catch it like kind of in the middle after I'm done doing all my posts. And he's so sweet. He's showing such positive energy and images and support for his other reporters. And like you can tell that it's a Newsmax family. Like Rob Finnerty, he's been in the network for like 14 years. Crazy. Like man owns the building. So yeah. So super cute, really like you can see how you're preparing your shows and topics that just matter, and things that we don't really like we have to talk about. I love that. I just love that. Your personality, you're funny, you're dramatic, you're serious, smart, strategic. Honestly, yes, a good catch. All right, guys. So hope you like my videos. Please download this content. I'm so frustrated. I have 5 views on YouTube. Nobody downloads my stuff, that to the point that I have to over publish everything myself, like literally throw it at their face. You're gonna check out my stuff, bitches, okay? Like fucking read it. I'm gonna tag you. I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna email you. Post you in all my posts. Like I'm inevitable. You cannot not see me, man. Like that's how you gotta go for it. They're like trying to get rid of you. Like, bro, nobody can get rid of me. I'm here, okay? And the day that I do, you'll be crying. Oh my god, we should have, put her on a throne and like bring her flowers, show up at her door. I don't even know who would show up to my funeral. Literally, if I was to be assassinated by a fucking Israeli mafia or just like jump off a cliff because I'm sick of it, and I would have my burial, I'm sure this fucking dingus shows he wouldn't even show up to my burial. Like, literally, bro, Tony Robbins, can't believe it. They're here in Saint-Tropez in the Gulf, like an hour away from me. They're not even gonna text me, invite me VIP to their party, to the Grand Prix of Monaco and shit. Like, this is my home. They, like, bro, fuck. They, like, closed all the doors for me in the United States, put me crazy, lose everything, destroyed me, took all my energy, made millions, billions of dollars of my story, of my inspirations, my ideas. And they supported me, keep going. Yes, this is priceless for sure. And even if there's a price at the end of it, even better. I'm grateful for all this amazing intelligence, content, inspiration, just everything. Look at that. Look at this cool lion right here. This is like my mom's statue. My grandpa was a painter as well. This is the one I'm painting right now. This is what my friend Alice painted for me on my birthday. I was like 20 years old. There's my cat. But yes, I'm sharing amazing content from international intelligence from Russia, from America. I'm literally the fucking NSA. I'm the NSA of America, okay? I know everything of what they're doing. Even if they don't have the camera, we know what you guys doing, okay? We have eyes everywhere. But they're doing amazing job. They're so wow, the speech, the power of speech, of charisma, of just like spreading this ray of wisdom everywhere you go. This is work. This is presence, influence, programming. This is cool. So yes, I'm blessed to share all that, gather it into my videos, into my books, my articles. Everything is available online, and I have maybe an average of 15 people see it, so they're all very important people. I probably have my 15 people who watch my stuff. I have probably like 2-3 journalists, people, at least 1 or 2 from Newsmax who follow my things, my story, and they want to work together. I have the White House, the FBI, the CIA, President Trump, the Secretary of War, and the Department of State and Department of Justice, at least those for sure that are following my content. And we're working together in mapping the network and just like, shaping society, investigating all the things. Super efficient, super inspiring. I keep repeating it because um, it is. If you're working doing the same thing every day, you need to have new breath of life in your career, in your personal life, that is refreshing, sharp, and yes, so that's it. Like 5 views on my stuff, no download. This all this content, is Pandora box that is just ready to be open. It's just sitting there waiting for the world to discover all the truth, all the love, all the magical powers, the connection, all this stuff. Oh my god, don't you think it's exciting? Like, for those who do follow me, we're all about it. Like, we're fucking crazy. We're like like the guy took a sword out of like the Washington reflecting pool, and everybody's like, yes, he did that. Oh my god, that was awesome. I'm like, what? Makes total sense. But in fact, when you see it, you're like, wow. And everybody's just hooked to how do we do this and master it and amplify it. Just, what does it mean? What's coming next to the story? Is he using like the sword to just like stab people? Or does he like hold it like a magic wand and just like sprays his kindness and spirit and character to, I don't know, like sparks of gold and unicorns and dragons? So yes, I was talking about the tattoos, guys. This is, well, all my tattoos. These are my campaigns for the Nobel Prize. I've been campaigning for the Nobel Peace Prize, the Nobel Prize of Literature. And I really, really, really want to work with the US government. So the plan, is to try to win this prize and have all these people rewarded for their work, but also to connect together and start working, international diplomacy, reshaping the UN, all these things. So that's my Nobel Prize. And the crowns, I have many crowns because of all the people who deserve crowns. I've told you this one. Well, here's the crown, like the FBI. So it represents like the the US intelligence, the government, like the career path, but also like the secrecy. Yeah, then I have the spaceship because the colors of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. It's also the colors of the 7 chakras, the diamond in the middle, like trying to attract, um, my other half, the diamond to my heart. So poetic. And the tiger, yes, the tiger, the Torii Gate, guys, the Pentagon, the Torii Gate, the story how I ended up in the mountains to save my life. Basically, I had to leave the United States, and having like this warrior tiger spirit, and being kind of really, I don't know, isolated, but connected with the internet, thankfully. Okay, I already said all that in my previous video, the Finnegan's Show. Call me, let's work together, let's get it started. It's always tomorrow and tomorrow, but times I have to say, time is today.